I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Here is a look at your gap and go trades for the week of January 5th through the 10th. I will go over price targets on the 5-minute time frame, have a gap recap from December 29th through January 2nd, and update the chart as well. Hi everyone, it's Dow on the Dow. First up is Boeing. We ended the week at $227.77, up a whopping 4.91%, and that's really good for Boeing. Now, this is where we ended. We are at resistance. The next level up takes us to roughly 229.96, to an area we've been before, and then we tanked. But this is also right here a potential take profit area, and above that will be 232.42, and that is another level of resistance and another potential take profit area. Again, all I'm looking at is from this period to this period. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend, the baseline, one level of support and a potential buy-in area would take us to 222.70. This gap, I will talk about that in a moment and clean it up. -2 standard deviations will take us to 217.99. This is another potential stop loss area, potential buy-in area. Below that, 215.50, and I don't think we will get to this level on Monday, but down the road, whenever we retrace, that's 213.07. We are in an upward channel, as you can see. Finally, nice strong channel there. But if you look left, you can see where we will retrace for a pullback. But that's not happening right now. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close to something to be aware of. This gap closed to the downside roughly at 217.68-ish. All right, as far as this gap, remember, I just extended out, and I have no idea when it's going to hit, but it's week to week, and so I extended it too far out. But it touched right there on Friday the 2nd, and that opened up on, let me move this out of the way, Wednesday, October 29th. So congrats if you were patient, played the long game, and made some money there. Delete. All right, this gap is done. So all of these gaps to the downside, well, watch out for that. Major landmines. We've been whipped around all over the place with Boeing. I am in this trade for my mom still. Where did I buy it? 125.45. Should I get out? I like to get out at 52-week highs, and I didn't take that opportunity then. And so I'd like to wait to the next one. And the 1-year price target is 248.88, which represents a nearly 9.5% return from where we are. All right, that is it. Oh, one other thing. So I've changed my colors to blue for 2026, so I don't confuse it with the 2025 trading year. But the last time I talked about it, we were at 216.44, and that, you could have gotten even less there, and then even here. But let's just go with right here, roughly, to the price target of 227, what did I say, 677? There, we'll just do that. That is a 5% return. Very nice. We're just clawing back. Hopefully we don't give it up again. All right, next one is NEO. Oh, by the way, by the end of the week, 4 standard deviations will take us to 240.43, the middle of the trend, 230.80, and then in the outer band, 221.05, and then everything in between. Next, NEO. Look at this from the previous week. If you'll recall, we just got slammed down. Look at that. All right, one thing at a time, however. Let's look at price targets. We're at 514, up 0.78%. Resistance, 546. I don't know if we'll get to this level, 564, and probably not 582, but that's down the road. We're very close to the middle of the trend, support, potential buy-in area, potential stop-loss area. The yellow line is from 2024. The purple lines are from 2025. We're just retracing back into an area from 2024. Very sad. But that's the nature of a volatile ticker. And then on top of that, a car manufacturer. My friend owns a Lucid, and I think they got free charging for a couple of years, and so that just ended in 2025. So they do have a charger at home, but they liked taking advantage of the free charges. All right, now this is going to be to the downside. Red. All right, so one level will take us to 472, and below that 454, and down the road 436. Let's talk about these open wounds here. That takes us down to 480, this one to 446, and we could get there if we don't do that on Monday. We could definitely hit it by Wednesday if we continue our downward channel. And what else? I think that's it. Have I cleaned everything else up? It appears, oh wait, what's this 575? Oh, let's do one thing. Clean up the gaps to the upside. So this one, remember, oops. What the heck? Oh, it's right here. So many gaps within gaps. All right, this gap touched right there. That took us to 550-ish. Okay, and then we went all the way up to what, 579? And then that's resistance, that's your clue, and look, at lined up right here. Okay, so this is done, 550. We expected this move. It took a while to get there, but it did. And then what about this 575 zone here? Yep, we touched that right there, as I mentioned. Okay, so that's done, 575, so congrats, you went long. And then got slammed to the south side. So now the shorts are in control. Okay. Oh, and this gap, I accidentally moved it. But let's turn on my, did I have the magnet? There. And there. Okay. We're looking very accurate. Anywhere I see a price label, I know I need to clean it up. 607, did I? No, that's the next target to the upside. All right, and then we've got all these to the downside and still in a downward channel for NEO. Oops. Command Z. Now, the 1-year price target is $6.96, which represents a whopping 35.46% return. Let's go to Nike. Okay, we've been whipped around all over the place with this one as well. Last week we were here, now we are here. But look at that, the high for that week. All right, here we go. We are retracing. All right, 63.89, 65.23. Don't know if we'll get to this level, but down the road, 65.87, and then after that, something to look forward to, 66.52. To the south side, support, 62.58. Don't know if we'll get here, 61.94, and down the road, 61.28 for a pullback. Now we went up, and this needs to be changed to red, because that's going to be to the downside. And that will be 61.26. This gap we can look forward to the upside, 65.70. And then we've got these Debbie Downers here, these Karens down here. And that one closes at 57.26. Okay, and other gaps to the north side, but ooh, that could touch on Tuesday if we continue to go up. And I think I am pretty much done with cleaning this one up. I really need to move this over to the daily to clean up the chart, but this is not where I'm going to do it. I'm just giving you quick price targets. And oops, option R. Note the sell-off at resistance. All right, 1941, 1991, 2032, and down the road, 2073. And for Monday, the middle of the trend will be here, 1909, 1827, 1787, and 1747. To the south side, 1770, 1648, and other gaps to the south side. Ooh, so this one could definitely touch by Monday, if not Tuesday. All right, what else? This is still in play, but we are moving farther away from that target to the upside. Oh, I need to put this back because I delete it for my thumbnails and then I forget to put it back. This takes a lot of time to do all this. And I have been extremely busy. I have not made very many videos. Not that anyone's watching anyway, but hey. Okay. Tsly. But that's okay. Because I like to see it for myself, for my trades. All right, to the north side takes us back to the middle of the trend. Oops, the magnet's on, so you got to be right there. All right, 36.56, resistance, take profit area. Another resistance area, 37.09, 37.34, down the road, 37.61, 36.03, 35.76, 35.51. And doing research, I went to the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, and found this little landmine here, and we could touch it on Monday. Had I seen that, I may have waited and not bought here, but that's okay because I know that in the long term, down the road, long term, big picture, it will go back up. But this gap touched right there. So we closed out that. I bought here, which is a buy signal. So I can't go wrong when the signals tell me what the chart tells me what to do. Yeah, could it go down more? Yep, and even more? Yes, but -3, -4, I don't expect to get there in one day. Some other time, perhaps, unless we're super close to it. All right, these gaps here, well, the opening and the closing, It started at 37.08, and this one, Monday, November 24th. Delete, that is no longer in play, no longer a landmine to the south side. Note the bounce here, this is also support. These gaps will act as support and resistance as well. Many things act as support and resistance. And I know that sounds weird, but if you're new to trading, there are so many ways to find resistance. And let me mark out. Okay, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Jeez. Oh, I did do it. It's right here. Duh. All right, that's it. Yay. That is a look at Tsly, which, by the way, does pay a weekly dividend. So I don't remember what day it was that is the next day. I Googled it. Now I forgot. Okay, that's a look at Boeing, NEO, Nike, Rivn, and Tsly. I own Boeing, NEO, Nike, and Tsly. I don't own Rivn. All right, and I just did a video on App 11. Check that out. Have a great trading week.